you take us through the fight in this game? Like, you seem to be dragging the team closer and closer. You got within 2 late. Just take us through the ups and downs, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. Great opponent, great team. They made a lot of tough shots, tough threes. I think we can do a better job of that next game. But just as a team, we fought, I mean, to the very end. Khoury came up, super clutch towards the end. But there's definitely things we can clean up. But we just got to find ways to kind of play with that competitive nature, more throughout the game. Obviously, the end of game, close games, it goes up to another level. But, if we can kind of reach that level or just under that level at points, early in the game, I think that'll really help us.
Another positive for you, career high as a pro with over 30 points in this one. I know you wanted to win, of course, but you were going through some health issues earlier on in the year. Like, just take us through from where you started on this year to now, this point.
Yeah, I think I'm just really have a better understanding where my body is, where my ankle is coming off that injury, and starting to get more and more confident within my body and within my game, as the season continues. But I'm a winner, I'll take the 12 points I had last game in the win over this 31. But, great individual performance, but it doesn't really mean much.
Almost all of your teammates that have spoken to you praise you for being such a good communicator, but also helping bring them together. Specifically, Drake, I saw you talking to him when he was on the court. What have you been like to work with, and what are you seeing from him?
Drake specifically. Obviously, he's a great shooter, and myself, I try to pull things from his game and the way he kind of loads his elbow before shots, and just the mindset. I asked him, what are the 3 pillars of Drake Jeffries becoming a great shooter, and just I'm a student of the game, and I can learn from anyone. I can learn from a little kid, so. No one told me I was a leader on this team. It's not something that was handed to me. It's not something I take lightly. It's something I try to grow into, and I try to just be one of the guys, really. I never tried to come here and be this NBA vet that has so much to teach these guys, but I just try to do it naturally within myself and just be authentic in who I am and be pure about, the way I go about things.
Justise, in that second half, it was hard not to notice. Pretty much after every basket, you were kind of looking back at the Celtics bench. Was there something said by them? Is that just a competitive spirit? Where was that coming from?
Just competitive spirit.
Cool.
I'm not quite sure, but there was a special guest here for you. Who was that? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, my mom's been here the past couple of days, and she's my. There's like a joke in my family, like, if you were OJ in the Bronco, who would you take? Who'd be in there with you? So, it's always my mom, probably my brother Josh too. So it's special. She cooked me breakfast this morning. She folded my clothes. But she's my biggest supporter, and she means so much to me, and I know how much I mean to her, and she doesn't say it too much, but I know she's happy to see the progress I've been making, but we don't really talk too much basketball at home. She likes to ask me questions about how do you get along with the guys, what do you guys do, and I'm just like, Mom, we do guy stuff. So no, that's my OJ.
Did you catch her smile? There's a couple times I looked up, but she was just cheering, like grinning ear to ear.
Yeah, I think my mom's claim to fame as a fan is you would never know that I'm her son. She's very unbiased. She's cheering for anybody in red. She wants us to win. I could have 2 points and we win. She's elated. So she's just a pure basketball fan, unbiased. She's for everybody. And I think I kind of embody that as well as a player. No matter who has a hot hand or what the scoreboard is, just having that humility, having that joy, having that connection with my teammates is something I definitely get from her.
Yeah. But we come back. So we're very proud of the players. What do you say?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, too many offensive rebounds. They were more physical than us, and too loose with our coverages.
Yeah. Rebound feels like one of those effort things sometimes, but you're going to be playing this team again tomorrow. What adjustments do you think have to be made to kind of change that rebounding battle?
Well, the rebounding is happening because we're scrambling, and once we start scrambling, it's going to be tough to rebound when we're already small in the first place. We're playing 3 guards and pretty much 4 guards. So we're small. If we're small and scrambling, then we're not going to rebound very well.
And a player like Moji, he started pretty strong tonight, but then after it felt like that impact was stifled a bit, and then he wasn't even out there in the fourth. Was there a reason for that? You felt like he just made you more mobile? What was the decision behind that?
Yeah, tried to get our switches a little bit better. Switches weren't great with him at the 5. Thought we could get a little bit cleaner. And then on the offensive end, he was floating around the perimeter a lot as opposed to going to the rim. So.
In that third quarter, 18 points, I think it was. What got away from you in that frame?
Felt like every mistake we made, they knocked down a 3, which is what they should do. They're a good shooting team. Switches were too loose. We weren't physical enough. We were just, it wasn't ourselves. Everything was slip outs that we got confusion on, stuff that's basic coverages for us, and just couldn't execute.
Kobe obviously made it close with 3 straight threes in the game. He's got that in him. We all know that. But what does that do to your team going forward to know that you're never out of it?
Yeah, for sure. But it's just a shame we start playing hard the second the offense, the ball starts going through the hoop. We can't not shoot it well and then go soft on defense because of that. Like, can't only play the right way once we make shots. Like, we need to play the right way through and through. And just didn't have a lot of guys today. Just didn't want to bring any fight.
Somebody who seemed like he did was Justise. He was kind of doing a bit of everything throughout the game, offensively and defensively. How comfortable is it just knowing having a guy there, at least a leader in that sense, being able to kind of try to lead by example, especially down the stretch there?
I mean, he tried to lead by example. Nobody was really following with him. So he played his butt off. He was attacking the paint. He was going with force. He was physical on defense, and he's one of the few guys that was.